Have you ever wished you had a crystal ball? A way to actually see what's coming around the corner? Well, believe it or not, in the 21st century, we kind of have one. It's not made of glass, though. It's made of data. Today, we are going to dive into how we can use the patterns of the past to make some seriously powerful predictions about the future.
You've probably heard this phrase kicked around a lot. Data is the new oil. And it's such a powerful way to think about it. I mean, oil was the raw material that fueled the entire Industrial Revolution, right? It created unimaginable value and completely changed the world. Well, today, data is that fundamental world-changing resource. And here's where that comparison gets really, really good. A barrel of crude oil is valuable for sure, but you can't just pour it straight into your car's gas tank. It's useless like that. It has to be refined. And data is exactly the same. Raw, unorganized data is just a messy jumble of numbers and facts. Its true power, its real value, is only unlocked when it's gathered, cleaned, structured, and analyzed. That's the refining process that turns raw information into game-changing insights.
So how do we actually do this refining? Well, it all comes down to a process called forecasting. And no, this isn't about wild guesses or psychic powers. It's a structured, scientific way of using what has already happened to make a really, really educated guess about what will happen.
At its very core, forecasting is just this: making predictions based on historical and current data. Simple, right? Whether we're talking about predicting next month's sales, tomorrow's weather, or the traffic on your commute, the basic idea is always the same. We're looking for clues in the past to help us see the future a little more clearly.
The whole thing is often called predictive analytics, and it pretty much boils down to 3 key steps. First, you gather the data. That's your raw material. And the more clean, relevant data you have, the better. Second, you dig in and analyze that data to find patterns, trends, and relationships. Things like, are sales always higher in December? Or does a spike in web traffic lead to more purchases a week later? And then third, you use those patterns you found to build a model that makes predictions.
Now, it's also super important to understand what forecasting is not. It's not the same as planning. A forecast is a prediction of what the future will most likely look like if you just keep doing what you're doing. Planning, on the other hand, is about deciding what you want the future to should look like and then figuring out the steps to make that happen. A really good plan almost always starts with a really accurate forecast. Okay, this all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like out in the real world? Let's check out a fascinating case study from the world of orthopedic medicine, powered by a company called OrthoEvidence.
So at the very core of what they do is this absolutely incredible database called OEMIND. That stands for Machine Learning Insights Database. What they've done is set out to collect and structure decades of the highest quality medical research in their field, all to build a powerful predictive engine. And the scale we're talking about here is just staggering. The MIND database has over 144 million individual data points.
And that represents the real-world experiences of over 10.2 million patients.
All of it pulled from more than 10,000 of the highest quality clinical studies out there. See, they're focused on quality, not just quantity. They're making sure the oil they're collecting is the highest grade you can possibly get.
And this brings us right back to our main theme. Having 144 million data points is totally useless if they're just a chaotic, unstructured mess. The real magic, the refining process for OrthoEvidence, is the painstaking work of cleaning, tagging, and organizing every single piece of that information into a perfectly structured database that you can actually analyze. This is how you turn a sea of disconnected facts into a powerful engine for discovery.
So once you've built an engine like that, what can you actually do with it? Well, you can build tools that pretty much function like an orthopedic crystal ball, peering into the future of medical treatments.
By harnessing all of that refined data, they've built this amazing tool called the OE Forecaster. And its tagline just says it all: let the past help predict the future. It's the essence of everything we've been talking about, put into practice in the super high-stakes world of medicine.
So how does it work? Well, by analyzing all that historical evidence, the forecaster can spot trends. It can predict whether a new surgical technique is likely to get even better as more studies are done. Or, on the flip side, if a promising new device might actually be trending towards being seen as unsafe over time. It's actually looking at the trajectory of the evidence itself. Pretty cool, right?
And this quote just brilliantly illustrates the impact. Dr. Mohed Patari, the editor-in-chief, says that complex analyses that used to take researchers months of painstaking, manual work can now be done in minutes. This tool doesn't just give you answers, it dramatically speeds up the entire process of medical discovery.
Now, while this example is from orthopedics, the implications here are universal. This is really about the future of how we use evidence in pretty much any field you can imagine.
I mean, think about it. It's way beyond just predicting one treatment's outcome. A structured database like this can revolutionize the entire system. It can help you plan better clinical trials, speed up regulatory submissions for new drugs, analyze market trends, keep track of ongoing research. I mean, the possibilities are just enormous.
Ultimately, it all comes back to this one single transformative idea. Whether you're in medicine, finance, or retail, the goal is the same: to take this vast, chaotic ocean of historical data and refine it into clear, simple, forward-looking insights that help us all make better decisions. And that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. We've just seen how data can help predict the success of a complex medical procedure. So, what else is out there? What other huge challenges in climate, in economics, maybe even in human behavior are simply waiting for us to gather, refine, and analyze the right data? What part of our future is just sitting there, waiting to be forecast?